Long ago, in the mighty Persian Empire, there lived a young Jewish woman named Esther. She was kind, brave, and beautiful, not just on the outside, but in her heart too. This is her story, a tale of courage, faith, and how one person can make a difference. The story begins with King Xerxes, the powerful ruler of Persia. One day, he decided to hold a grand feast, a celebration so lavish it lasted for weeks. But during this time, the king grew angry with his queen and decided to find a new one. Meanwhile, Esther was living a quiet life with her cousin Mordecai, who had raised her like a daughter. Mordecai always reminded Esther of their Jewish faith and the importance of staying true to who she was. Esther was chosen, along with many other women, to be considered for the position of queen. But there was a twist. Mordecai warned her not to reveal that she was Jewish. It was a dangerous time for her people. Through her grace and kindness, Esther stood out from all the others. King Xerxes chose her to be queen, though he had no idea of her true heritage. But not everything was as it seemed. The king's advisor, a man named Haman, had a dark plan. He hated the Jewish people and convinced the king to sign a decree that would have them all destroyed. When Mordecai heard of this plan, he was heartbroken. He begged Esther to speak to the king and stop this terrible fate. But Esther was afraid. Approaching the king without being summoned could mean death, even for a queen. After days of prayer and fasting, Esther made a bold decision. She would go to the king, even if it meant risking her life. The king welcomed her, and Esther invited him and Haman to a special banquet. At the second banquet, Esther revealed the truth. She was Jewish, and Haman's plot would destroy her and her people. The king was furious. He ordered Haman to be punished and issued a new decree that allowed the Jewish people to defend themselves. Esther's bravery saved her people. Because of her faith and courage, what began as a tragedy turned into a triumph. Lessons learned from the story of Esther. Courage in the face of fear. Esther teaches us that true bravery is not the absence of fear, but acting despite it. She risked her life to stand up for what was right, reminding us that sometimes doing the right thing requires immense courage. The power of faith and prayer. Before taking action, Esther prayed and fasted, seeking strength and guidance. This shows us the importance of trusting a higher power and preparing our hearts and minds before facing challenges. Standing up for others. Esther didn't just save herself, she stood up for her entire community. Her story reminds us of the importance of advocating for others, especially those who may not have the power to speak for themselves. Using your position for good. Esther was placed in a unique position as queen, and she used her influence to bring about justice. Whatever roles we have in life, we can use them to make a positive impact. The importance of identity. Though Esther initially kept her identity hidden, she ultimately embraced who she was to fulfill her purpose. Her story encourages us to be authentic and true to ourselves, even when it's difficult.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.